The Golden State Valkyrie podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog. Get up to $1,000 deposit match when you sign up over there at UnderdogFantasy.com. Promo code NBA SGPN. Yes, sir. We are back with another edition of the Golden State Valkyrie Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. No me, no the voice, no guys, me, really real, Terrell, Furman Jr. here at your service. I mean, Scott, everybody, plus 450 dogs last night, cash on the money line. Oh my gosh. And I mean, you weren't sweating. You didn't sweat the second half. You were just sitting there like, man, I mean, they just keep playing and playing and playing. LA and Kate Martin went on an insane heater in that second half at one point. Oh my God. It was Kate Martin midi. Kate Martin midi. LA gets to the bucket. LA hits the three. Kate Martin hits. Oh my gosh. Oh. Tip Hayes hits a corner three. This team is awesome. Oh, this team is great. It doesn't even matter. They just saw LA was just sitting on the bench, on the couch for a month. What is it? It's been a month of the season. LA was just on the couch for a month, and she comes back and does that? Why did they cut her? Oh, dude. This Valkyrie team is amazing. There's not, like, don't ask me what I think about the Valkyries anymore. Like, no matter what's going on, it could, whatever injury, like, don't ask. I'm going to tell you, I think the Valkyries are live on the money line. Anytime they're playing a game, I'm going to tell you, I think the Valkyries are live on the money line. Every single time. Every time. Scott, still your Reichel. Scott, what's going on?
Scotty, beat me up.
Surprise.
Yeah, Valkyries keep winning. They are right now a playoff team, so something to keep in mind. This team's definitely solid. They were missing Hayes for a bit. She came back, and she looked pretty good. So either way, point is Valkyries, no matter what the price is, are live, as you said before, and they're a well-coached team. Sometimes the offense in the fourth quarter can get rather ugly. Besides that one little issue that they have, they're a well-coached basketball team. And sometimes it's all it takes. But I like the post-game press conference. They said that they know that Kaylin doesn't like to be physical, calling some shots there in the post-game.
Called her out. Hey, she just wants to get to that left step back. Hey, so we took that away, and I'm like,
yeah.
Ooh.
Called her a one-trick pony. Just kidding. No, just said she doesn't like physicality and was able to kind of implement that into the game plan. But they were down 11 early. It looked like it could have gotten away from them, and you saw the Valkyries bounce back. But either way, they are a very solid team. Not saying they're going to compete for a title or anything, but at the same point, as long as they make the playoffs. You know what? Playoffs is as
20-1. I have a 20-1 ticket on the Valkyries to make the playoffs. 20-1.
That's what I'm saying. So that's all you need. And the fact is, it's nice to have another team that is not rolling over and dying. We've seen a couple of teams this year who already have no chance. They're light years ahead of Connecticut already by comparison. But the point is...
This was my point, Scott. This was the point that I had when I was talking about the Valkyries last year before they even drafted their team. There are so many other good players in the W. So many other good players. I hate when people try to quantify it into a small little box. No, there are so many good players in the W. And now look at it. A ragtag tail bunch of players that weren't picked top 6 on any of their teams came together, and they look like this well-oiled machine. I'm hyped. Oh, man. I knew the Kate Martin little jabs were coming today. As I was watching her play, I was like, "Oh yeah, I knew this jab was coming." Because I do want to point out, though, she was hooping.
I sent you a post last night, but I'm going to ask the public anyway. I'm just going to bring it up. Do you know how many times in her career Caitlin Clark has beaten Kate Martin?
Man, I hate to ruin it because I saw the post last night, but that is true.
0.
It's a big fat 0.
Undefeated, never lost. Kate Martin undefeated against Caitlin Clark. So there you go. But once again, the Valkyries find a way. That home crowd is amped for all their games in general, and we saw that again yesterday. Look, I understand that the W's attendance can be problematic at times. Not for Golden State. They love that damn team. They are sold out of every single game, and that crowd matters. So good for the Valkyries.
Yeah. My thoughts on Kate Martin haven't changed, but it was a really good game last night. Like, really good game. I was really annoyed because I had the under, and they sent the total over with that 88-point performance. But I mean, Natalie Nakase, for sure, Coach of the Year, because she does the one thing everybody is afraid to do for some reason: go at Caitlin Clark defensively. There was a whole quarter where Caitlin Clark she gave up every single bucket in the quarter that wasn't a free throw. Like, oh man. Wait, where am I at? What was I? Yes, Valkyrie's first half is the new go-to lock. I've been very much on the record. Yes, 100%. It cashed by the hook too, Scott. Yeah, very much so. They were up 12, and then they came through, brought it back to 3, and then it was Aaliyah Boston had some crazy 3 at the end of the game, but still cashes. It's going to cash every single time. So I can't see myself not betting Valkyrie's first half or Valkyries for the game in any point for the rest of the season.
No, it's a game plan thing. It feels like Nakasi is just a step ahead of the opposing coach half the time.
She's really, really good.
She is.
Imagine if she gets a star, like a major star. Oh, dude.
You see how the Aces are looking this season?
And hey, look, and it was Nakase.
We have some brains behind the operation that maybe didn't get enough credit.
Yeah.
Becky, exposed?
I don't know. There's a huge question mark with that. And we'll talk about all of that and the 3 games coming on in just a second. But first, gotta show you that the college football team previews are back. Kobe Dant and Moneyline Mac previewing every single college FBS football team. And I'm gonna hop in for a preview. I like the VA teams. I have something to say, so I'm probably hop in for a preview or 2 over there. Make sure you go check them out over their college football experience wherever you get your podcast. You're not gonna want to miss it. Yeah, man, I need a 2-0 day here today myself. I'm really locked in today. I feel like I've been up and down. I feel like we've had some near misses. I'm locked in today, Scott. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to sweep the day. I'm ready to do all of that. So let's get into it. We got 3 games to talk about. First game up on the docket, 7:30 p.m. on the East Coast. We've got, starting Connecticut, the Dallas Wings going to play the Connecticut Sun. Wings.
Do we have the drop?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Give me 1 second here, Scott. Wings are laying 4.5. 164.5 is the total. Injury report. I actually don't think I have anything. Let me double check that. But while I do that, yes, sir. This is absolutely a toilet game. 2 and combined record. No, combined record for these 2 teams is 4-21, Scott.
You take these 2 teams combined, take the records, not even close to the Valkyries. It would take Connecticut and Dallas, maybe a month to get to the Valkyries win total at this point. I mean, these teams are horrible. Paige is doing her thing, but it doesn't matter. Connecticut, look, they were willing to fight literally against the Fever. They weren't willing to play basketball. They were going to throw down, but they're really bad at basketball. So I don't really have a stance on, I'd say, any praise of either team. But Paige Beckers does look really good in her short WNBA career. I'll ask you, because I know that toilet bowl principles, you're probably taking the points. I think Dallas is better than this team based on talent.
Mm-hmm.
At least this team can score. I can say that at least. So I guess I'm on Dallas, but yeah, not a fun game. Not a fun game.
It is a revenge game, toilet bowl. That's very funny. Dallas did win the first meeting in Connecticut. They're playing here again. Oh my gosh. I mean, both of these two teams are so bad, man. Like, they're just so bad defensively. And that's the only thing that makes me concerned about, again, despite them beating, and first of all, it also makes it confusing how they beat the Valkyries the last time out. I lost my dog on that, and I just don't understand how Dallas won that. It was the rebounding. Like, it was clearly they just had an edge on the boards right there, and the Valkyries couldn't get past it. Because there's no reason how that Valkyrie team just played last night that they should have ever lost to Dallas at all. And so it's very, very frustrating because I don't know who the Dallas Wings are. And a win against the Valkyries is better than anything I think Connecticut has done. They're just so bad defensively. Like, I can't get over it. So they're both literally the bottom two teams defensively. Connecticut is 13th. The Dallas Wings are 12th. And the Wings can push the pace. So it's like, I guess if Connecticut can slow them down and try to get them into some bad shots in the half court, but then that's when Paige starts cooking and you start allowing her to run the offense. I think that you got to kind of let them play fast a little bit. I really don't want to break toilet bowl principles here, but the Connecticut Sun are actually like, they just feel worse. I feel like they're the worst team in the league.
Yeah, I think they are.
Is Sanaya playing? I have to go. She was on live, and she said she was feeling better. I don't know 100% if Sanaya's playing. If Sanaya's playing, I might be willing to think more about the Sun. But as of now, I think I'll stick with you and say Wings. But they're both horrible. They're both horrible, and that's not the bet I'm making in this game, Scott. The bet that I'm making in the game is the first half over. Shout out to everybody saying spamming over in the chat. But the first half over is even more in particular of what I'm targeting in this spot. Both teams are really good to the first half over, and then they kind of die off a little bit in the second half of games sometimes, and the total ends up going under. So if you look at this season, both of the two teams, Dallas Wings are 7-5-1 to the first half over, and they are 2-0. On the road as a favorite to the first half over. But you look in the second half of those games, 7-5-1 to the over, 6-7 is where they fall for the season over under record. Look at the Sun here, 8-4 to the first half total for the season. And then you look at what their over-under record for the full game, 5-6-1. So both of the two teams trend over in the first half and then kind of die off in the second half with maybe bad offense, letting other team come back in games, whatever it may be. So just give me the first half over here. It's at 81 right now, 81.5 in some spots. I played over 80.5 already, Scott, I'll admit it, but I like the first half over for this game, and that's the bet I would make.
Yeah, I can get behind that too. You also get to avoid the really bad, inevitable fourth quarter from Connecticut because they always have those offensively.
Yep.
I think it's going to be a game where it's a battle of two really bad teams, obviously. But you know what? The Wings beat the Valkyries. That counts for something. And at least they showed a pulse. Good enough for me. You're looking at this team that's not any good, but they have talent. And for Connecticut, I don't know if I can say the same. So give me the more talented team in this game. It's tough to find bets that you actually like when these teams are terrible, but first half over, I don't mind either.
Yeah.
So,
all right, player props. I'm doing it today, Scott.
Go.
I'm gonna live with it, or it's gonna feel like a really, really good decision or a completely horrible decision. But I'm rolling with Enrique.
Go.
Give me Enrique over 17.5 points. Enrique used to score on the Connecticut Sun when they were a good team. She's still doing it this season as well. And I just think Paige, I think now Paige is respectable enough, or people are remembering that she's respectable enough that you have to game plan against her. And you can live with Enrique having a good game and think that you still have a shot to win the game. But if Paige goes off and she's getting everybody involved, you're cooked. They're going to put up another 100 points. So I think that this is a big Enrique game. I like Enrique over 17.5.
Yeah, I want to give a shout-out to Paige, though, for being a throwback hooper. Her points are at 17.5. She's had 36 points in the last two games combined on 0 3-pointers.
Yeah.
A throwback hooper. I respect it. She's willing to go to the basket. But for Paige, I'm not a fan of her props. I was going to say, the assists are not great recently. It's a low number if you want to go for a guard to potentially have a great game against the Sun Assists are usually the way to go. Do you want to go for Dijonay in this matchup, or you're not going to bother?
I'm not going to bother.
Okay.
I really do like a play on Tina Charles. Here's my only concern with Tina Charles. I have two concerns. One, I searched Tina Charles because I wanted to try to see if a beat writer said anything about how she's been feeling, because the Sun have played a lot of games here. They're just coming off a back-to-back. They had a day off and then a game before that. So I believe this is their fourth game in 6 days or something like that.
Basically sat Tina Charles in the second half of that other game.
Yeah, and I mean, you can't really play her. Like, it was too much on her. She's an older player at this point in time. So I wanted to try to figure out if anybody had been reporting how she was feeling. And when I searched Tina Charles, I saw every single, those pages, Scott, that post pics, and every single one of them said over on Tina Charles. Every single one. And I was like, I don't like being in the same conversation as them. But I do think it is a really good Tina Charles matchup. I think that she has the size with some outs for Dallas in the bigs, no Tierra McGowan at all. So they're not going to be able to throw her out there and just throw a bigger body at her. They have Lee Yu, but she's not fast enough to keep up with Tina. I think Tina's going to be able to have a really good game here. So maybe I would look to the points and rebounds, maybe a double-double for Tina Charles. I think that's maybe a different way of playing her double-double. But I do think she can have a pretty good game here against Dallas, because I don't think that Maisha Hines-Allen or Nalissa Smith have anything for her.
Yeah, there was one other prop I was considering, but I'm looking at the splits with and without Beckers playing. I was looking at Dijonay rebounds for this game. It's at 4.5 for minus 140 and change. You can get 5.5 though at plus 146. She has had at least 7 rebounds in 3 of the last 4, and at least 7 rebounds in 4 of the last 6. Problem is, when Paige plays, she does play less minutes, which is kind of unfortunate. But 5.5 rebounds at plus 146. When she kind of walks into 7 for the last couple of games, I think there's some value on that.
You said Paige, right?
I was saying Dijonay.
Dijonay, okay.
Her rebounds are at 5.5 at plus 146, which I think has some value. I was saying that her splits are noticeable with and without Paige in the lineup. So it is a bit worse when she plays, but Dijonay's rebounds have been good lately. 5.5 at plus 140 and change, I think is a pretty good play. We know Connecticut can't shoot. So you might get some, I'd say, volume out of that for rebounds. So I don't mind Dijonay rebounds for that game.
And then Marina Mabry was the other person that I was considering, Scott. Again, Marina Mabry is much like Enrique, and you know what you're going to get. You get what you're going to get. But college teammates, won national championship together. She used to play in Dallas, always been that little bit of rivalry, plays well against Dallas. Everything kind of fits. Enrique and Marina Mabry always have some pretty good games against each other. So I was considering a play on her as well. I think I would actually play Mabry on her PRA if I do play it, actually, because she does really good racking up assists and grabbing rebounds herself.
Yeah. I considered maybe only going for the RA if I want to avoid Mabry potentially breaking a bunch of shots, but Dallas can't defend, so it's fine.
By the way, I just want you to know, Sanaya Rivers is hilarious. Hilarious. She is funny. I somehow stumbled upon her and Marina Mabry's live last night. Hilarious. And
apparently a lot of the players are going live.
Yeah. Yeah. And they were on I think they were on TikTok, and you know how TikTok. I was like, oh, okay.
I've never downloaded TikTok in my life, but I know what it is.
Wow, really? Oh. Okay.
Fun fact: I'm the kind of guy who, if I have a cell phone, I'm going to keep that phone for years until it stops working. I'm not a constant upgrade guy.
Yeah.
Even with the iOSs, until certain apps stop working, and then I'll update some stuff. So I downloaded TikTok a couple of years ago on my old phone. My phone just could not comprehend what the hell I downloaded, so I had to delete it as soon as possible. And I've never actually downloaded it since. I got a new phone afterwards, never got TikTok after that. The truth is, I know it's different. I get all my TikToks basically through Instagram Reels. That's kind of how I operate. But yeah, I know that it's slightly different with the algorithm and everything. Never actually had TikTok for more than 3 minutes. So there you go. I downloaded it. My phone crashed and said I'm deleting this. See, I just deleted it immediately. That was a couple of years ago, though. At this point,
I thought I had an old phone.
well, I got a new phone after that. I just haven't.
Yeah, but you never downloaded it. Yeah, no. But
Oh no, I had the iPhone. What was it? SE, which was from like 2000, like I don't know, maybe 12. I was rocking that for like 9 years, maybe. I downloaded it. My phone's like, what the hell are you trying to do to me? And I just had to delete it. My phone just kept crashing. I'm like, I got to get rid of this. So whatever. So I tried TikTok for 3 minutes and it just didn't work. So I'm like, all right, cool. See you later. I just deleted it.
do y'all be finding this funny? It's like, do I just be laughing for no reason? Like, do y'all be finding? How did we get it?
Well, you mentioned TikTok, so I'm saying like I've never used TikTok. I'm an Instagram reel guy. It's just how I roll.
Oh man, what?
But are you the guy that always updates his iOSs, or you're like behind?
No, I think I'm behind one actually. Let me look right now. I actually
behind one. I'm behind like 7. I haven't updated my phone since I got it. I'm like 7 behind.
7?
Which app stopped working for me? Oh, that's the big news. I can no longer
I'm
watch
up to date.
I can no longer watch YouTube on my phone.
What?
I'm like 7 iOSs behind. It doesn't comprehend anymore. So YouTube is gone from my phone. So I can't use YouTube anymore. So there we go. YouTube is no longer available.
Wait, Scott, which phone do you have right now?
I got to look it up. I don't even know which phone I have at this point. It's a double-digit iPhone. I know that for sure. But yeah, unfortunately, YouTube, moment of silence. I got to update the iOSs because I can't use YouTube anymore on my phone. So there you go. I'm probably better off, though, because if you don't use ad blocker, you get 10 minutes of ads for every video now. So,
dude.
There you go. Dude. But I can no longer watch YouTube on my phone. YouTube. Fully gone. Can't use it anymore. It's gone. I try to click it, and you have to update the app. I click the update the app. It's like your app can't be updated. I'm like, all right, thanks. So I'm just done.
Bro, you can't even get no. Scott, it's time for a new phone.
I'm a Spotify and Apple guy now for podcasts because YouTube doesn't work on my phone. So
I felt like I had an old phone because I'm a couple models behind, Scott, but I can use YouTube. You can't use YouTube.
It's the iOSs. It's not just the models.
Update. Yes, you have to do something. If I could send you an emoji right now and you could not see it.
Every now and then I'll get an emoji with the 3 question marks because my phone can't decipher the emoji. That still happens.
There's no way you can see. There's no way you can see this emoji.
I can see it on my computer. I might be able to see it on my phone.
There you go.
I don't know,
he's that's how he cheats.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, YouTube not available on my phone. Not a thing.
Oh, dude. All right, man. We're about to get back to the show and get to the other and get to the he's talking about the headsets now.
Well, the thing is, buzzing, I guess, was still going on, so I'm using these instead for now. Kramer and I are trying to work out a new headphone situation. But I can't tell if it's the headphones or if it's maybe Restream or not. I don't know.
Or is it that cord? That one cord?
I didn't have an issue with StreamYard, I don't think, back in the day.
But you said you had a cord that you connected into a laptop. I thought it was.
Yeah, but I still used StreamYard with that before we switched. I don't think I had an issue a couple months ago. I don't know.
I don't know. We'll test it on StreamYard. I have a StreamYard. We'll test it on StreamYard one day. Okay, I've got my bearings back. We can continue the show. Circle Resort and Casino in Las Vegas is giving away the ultimate fantasy football experience. A 12-team league can draft in Vegas and be treated like VIPs their entire stay. You can win a limo ride from the airport to Circle Resort and Stadium Swim, $5,000 tab for Stadium Swim, a hotel for you and your 11 league mates. You can always get 15% off too. All Circle properties using promo code SGP15. Enter the Ultimate Fantasy Football Contest for free at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/circle. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/CIRCA. Also, you should head over to mybookie.ag and bet the Golden State Valkyries every single chance you get. You can also bet on the NBA Finals. So Head over there. They accept customers from a ton of different locations. You can easily deposit and get lightning fast payouts with cryptocurrency. So head over there. Bet the Valkyries. Every single chance you get. I'm telling you, you will not regret it. MyBookie.ag, promo code SGPN, 100% deposit match up to $1,000. Terms and conditions apply. That's MyBookie.ag, promo code SGPN. Second game on the slate. Atlanta Dream welcoming the Washington Mystics to town. That was kind of hard to say, the Washington Mystics to town.
Yeah, you said it right.
Yeah, but it was, oh no, I guess it felt like it was hard, but it really wasn't hard.
You actually said it right 2 times in a row, so it couldn't have been that hard.
Oh, all right, appreciate it.
Yeah.
Atlanta's laying 9. Scott, this line's been doing a little roller coaster here. Opened up at 7.5. When I woke up, it was all the way up at 9.5. Now it's back down to 9. And 8.5 in some spots. Well, 8.5, and it might be, you might want to just go ahead and call it 8.5. Like, you got it, Scott. There's a bunch of spots that have 8.5 now. But I saw it as high as 9.5. 157 is the total. Let's see here. Anything of note on an injury report for these two teams? I don't think so. Yep, claim for the Mystics, just Georgia, and nothing for the Atlanta Dream here. Well, we just saw this game a couple of games ago. This is the third time we're actually seeing this game. The Mystics won the first game of the season. It was a big thing. And then the Dream immediately flipped the switch and became one of the top 4 teams in the league. And they destroyed this team the last time out, 89-56. Mystics go on the road, get a nice bounce-back win. Shout out to them and getting that bounce-back win for me against the Chicago Sky. And now we're here, catching 8.5. I feel like you're not bought in on this Mystics team.
I still don't exactly know how good or bad this team is because they beat Connecticut, they beat the Sky. They're clearly not in the basement of the league. They lost by 33 at home. They scored 56 points against the Dream.
They did.
It's a hell of a bounce-back spot if you want to argue for the revenge spot. And I know that it's not a deja vu game, but there's one game in between.
It's pretty close. So for just real quick to add to the record, they did play a similar spot against the Liberty where they played Liberty. They had a game, they got destroyed, had a game in between, and then came back, and it was a much more competitive game against the Liberty the second time around. So I just wanted to throw that out there, that they've kind of been in a spot like this a couple of games ago where it was that Liberty fever Liberty game.
Yeah, I think I'll go with the Dream. I see dropping mentioning the first half under at 78.5 because the first half games for the Dream, have been very low scoring. So I don't mind the under in the first half there. How much the Mystics can score against this team? They scored less than 60 points in the last meeting. It's been pretty rough. They beat Chicago. Besides that, though, not very good on the road. So that is worth mentioning, too. Mystics 2-4 on the road. Dream are 4-1 at home. The Dream are a very solid team. And, yes, they lost to the Liberty. Good job in the fourth quarter. But they played very well against a team that is an elite inner circle title contention team. The Dream are solid. I think there's a tier gap here. I'll go with Atlanta, but I like the under.
There is a tier gap, but I have the Mystics in a tier that I feel like they can any given night beat the tier above them, and that's the tier that I have the Dream in.
Do you think it's correlated to the under, though? Because I just question the Mystics offensively against this team. If they win, the game has to go under, right?
Yes, but I think that even a loss, the game goes under, honestly. Like, I think that this Dream team is legit defensively. And the Mystics do give me enough questions offensively where I don't think they're going to run the score up on them. But I also don't think that they're going to let the Dream go out and score 89 points again. Like, I think there's going to be a better defensive effort here on the Mystics side of the ball. So the under is my favorite play. I agree with dropping dimes and you. I do really like that first half under. The first half under has been very, very good for these two teams. You have 4-8 for the Mystics in the first half, and you have 1-10-1 for the Atlanta Dream. 110-1, Scott, in the first half to the under. You look at what these two teams are doing. You have the Dream at home, 0-5, Scott, to the first and for the full game. The Dream, and they've been under in every single game. They've been under in the first half in every single game at home. The Mystics, not much better on the road. They are 1-5 to that under. And they are even, 1-5 as well to the first half under. So I like the under. I do, and I agree. I think that this is going to be a little bit more of a defensive game, and I trust the Mystics not to let the Dream run wild again. And the Dream clearly don't even want to run wild. They actually are the second slowest team in the league, despite the number. Yeah. And they want to play slow. They want to get the best shot available, either a shot at the rim or get up a three. And so they take the time and they develop their set. So I just think that the Mystics are going to make them work today. And a lot of those points are going to be misses, and they're going to eat up a bunch of clock, and it's going to end up in a miss, and the Mystics get the rebound, and now we move on. And that's how the game goes under. So a lot stronger plays on the under. I'll take the points. Points and under sounds like it correlates to me. I'll take plus 8.5. Hopefully it's a 5-6 point game and it soars under. That's what I'm kind of hoping for here.
Yeah, I agree with you about the under. So, but the first half trend is insane. The 110-1.
Yeah. So that's, add that to another. Whenever we see the Dream, just throw the first half under in there, especially at home. At home. Now, their games on the road have gone over, but like at home, it just seems like a lot. The Dream at home are an under team. You're not going to see fireworks in Atlanta anymore. And that's crazy because that's not how I think that's because that's not how we interpret Atlanta. Like in any Atlanta sport, actually, every single Atlanta team just wants to put up, except the Falcons. No, but now the Falcons are actually kind of do so. So Atlanta just seems like offense, but for the Dream, it seems like it's defense this year.
Yeah.
All right. Player props.
You going back to Gray?
I'm scared because I told you I prefer when the game before I have a clear winner of who was better. And they both kind of played the same in that Liberty game. Like they both had their moments. Like nobody had the big game. So now I'm scared that if I pick one, it's going to be the other's day. Like if you told me last game that Ryan Howard had 30 points, I would immediately tell you, all right, Alicia Gray, ready to go. Or if you had told me Alicia Gray, 25, 30 points, all right, Ryan Howard, good to go. We're just going to flip-flop. But now they both had like 13, 14 points last game. So it makes me nervous. But it makes me nervous now.
Okay. I'm trying to think if there's anybody I'm really tempted by. Oh, it's a really big props game for me. Do I like Griner in this matchup? Not really. I mean, Ryan Howard has been bad against this Mystics team in the past, but the Mystics also used to be pretty good.
I'll say this.
Not so much.
I'll say this. The reason that I'm nervous about it is because I just played the same thing with Satu yesterday and I lost. But
okay.
So Satu rebounds and assists yesterday. She had been over 10.5 in 10 of her last 11 games. And she was on a 4-game streak going into last night's game. She finished with 9 rebounds and no assists. So she went under, and I bet it. Alicia Gray has been over 8.5 rebounds and assists in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of her last 9 games. She's been really, really good to this prop this season. She's been over in what is this? 9 of the 12 games they played this season.
For the record, I was just looking at the rebounds, and she's been incredible on the boards too. So you can kind of pick whatever you want.
So yeah, the RA has been really, really good. Now, I will admit, I saw this exact same thing with Satu last night. I played it and it lost, but very, very strong trend for Alicia Gray over the course of this season to be getting over that prop like that is really crazy. And she's been over that in her last 5 games against the Mystics. So there's some intel for you. Ryan Howard's been very good to her rebounds and assist prop as well. She's been over in Jesus Christ, Ryan. What is this? Let's go 2025. She's been over this in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 of her last 9 games. She's been over 9.5 rebounds and assists, and it's at plus 114 right now. Now, the games she didn't go over were against the Mystics. So do with that what you will. But Ryan Howard at plus money for something that she's done in 8 of her last 9 games is pretty crazy.
I was looking at Gray rebounds by itself, but you mentioned the assists too, so either or. But yeah, the Mystics, it's kind of tricky to pick an over for me because I'm not sure how much this team's going to actually score in this game.
Yep.
So I'm kind of just stuck, but I like Gray to have a solid game for the RA.
Brittany Sykes, PA, has been really good. She just keeps, like, every time I think, man, maybe it's a bad matchup where Brittany Sykes isn't going to score, she be scoring anyway. 32 that last game on the road against the Sky. 32
She's
in
a
that
bucket. Yeah, she carried them to the win. She scored. She didn't score half their points, but at a time,
it felt when you were watching the game, it felt like she was scoring every single point in the game.
It felt like whenever somebody else took a shot besides Sykes, you're going, "Why are you even bothering? Just give her."
Yeah, like give her the ball. And I'm closer to DC, so I'm listening on the Mystics like broadcast, and they're just electric because it's Brittany Sykes yet again every single time, just carrying them. So yeah. I feel like Brittany Sykes is very close to just being an every game bet for me, if she's not already. And yeah, I think that's it for me. I don't know. I think I'm torn between the Kiki, Bree Jones, Brittany Griner matchup right now.
I saw somebody asking before about Griner under points because Griner's been taking a step back offensively, and it's worked. But we know every now and then she could have a solid game, but the points have not been there for Griner recently.
Uh-huh.
So
I feel like I feel like if you're going to bet that's something you got to keep doing consistently. Don't get scared if she has the good game.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. Anything else there? Nope, we're good to go. I forgot to mention this. I wanted to get back to a comment. Somebody made a comment earlier, and we didn't do it in our opening little discussion, and I didn't want it to go. Wait. I got to find it. Where is it? There we go. Bills Mafia, sorry. I meant to get back to you. I forgot. But are the Mercury legit winning in New York off a back-to-back? Yeah, that was crazy.
Jonquil did get hurt again, but yes,
yeah. And so that one, you have to remember, when Jonquil hurt, they're down 2 starters now. So the Liberty are significantly undermanned in terms of just top-end talent because they're down 2 starters. But with all of that said, it was still a really good win.
Copper didn't play, right?
No, Copper didn't play.
Yeah, so this team definitely is legit.
Yeah, like, I'm very interested to see what they look like when they really get Kalia Copper in the lineup. And if AT can keep Copper in her spot and keep her shooting efficiently, they're going to be really, really good, man. Like, they are. I truly, firmly believe that they're one of the top 4 teams in the league. I think it's clearly New York, and I think it's New York and Minnesota, and then it's also Phoenix, and then I have the Dream right there.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That Dream team was up like 17 points on the Liberty. It was just the Liberty. Yeah. But they were up 17 points. Like this is a good Dream team. So
I like how it didn't matter anyway because the Fever got the spot anyway. But
yeah. So the win, they just needed to win. That's all. The Dream got that win, and they were in the championship game, and they were up 17.
They had it right there.
Liberty just out there spoiling and keeping our random plus 300 ticket on the Fever to win the Commissioner's Cup alive. By the way, very, very good that it feels that we have that ticket going into a Commissioner's Cup game.
Yeah, we skipped over the Fever to win the title and chose the Commissioner's Cup.
It was like they're gonna want to win something, and I feel really good about it still. Honestly, like I really feel like they're gonna want to win something. We might as well get this Commissioner's Cup.
There's a separate conversation we have to have, by the way, about the Fever. We might want to wait for them to actually play another game, but they did have a temporary coaching change. Do you want to save that for the next game, or do you want to talk about it now?
No, we can save it for the next game.
Okay.
We'll save it for
saying we noticed that was the thing. We just didn't bring it up.
I just want to go back and say I still stand firm, and we should be betting Fever team total unders on the road. That is it.
Okay. Yeah.
We were fading the Connecticut offense. We should be fading the Fever offense, even though
the numbers are so high.
Yep. I mean, and the Connecticut offense had AT still. Like, they still had a top player in the league, and they were still bad. And so, even though as much as Caitlin Clark, how good she is, we have to admit that their offensive system is just not good. They're not going to put up a bunch of points every single night.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. Let's see here. Now, let's talk about Underdog Fantasy. Scott, we did it. We made it. 2 best words in sports. Game 7.
Game 7.
100% profit boost. 100%. We did it. We got one. Thank you, Underdog. We got one. 100% profit boost. Oh, Scott, I don't know if the men NBA don't deserve this. The men NBA don't deserve me using the 100% boost on them. I might have to use it on the W. I just might.
By the way, Holmes is saying you might have accidentally missed the links when you're talking about your top 4 teams.
Didn't I say Minnesota? I didn't say Minnesota.
I thought you did, but
yeah, my bad.
The argument though is that you'd be leaving either the Mercury or the Dream or the Fever out. Yeah, because obviously the Liberty and the Lynx are there.
I thought I said Minnesota. Yeah, I said Liberty, Minnesota, and then what was it? And then Phoenix and Atlanta. Those are my.
So you have the Fever and the Storm a tier below.
Yes, I do.
Okay, all right, just making sure.
Yep. Atlanta has really, really impressed me. Really, really have. And that dream against the Liberty kind of solidified for me that they deserve the top 4 spot, even though they jumped it.
We got a Game 7.
Yes. Shout out to Game 7, man. Game 7. 100% profit boost. Make sure you get over there and use it at Underdog Fantasy. We're going to drop an Underdog Pick'em lineup at the end of the show. Make sure you use that promo code NBA SGPN. Claim your special pick and first time deposit offer up to $1,000 in bonus credits. UnderdogFantasy.com. Promo code NBA SGPN. All right. You heard us talk about them before. We're talking about them again here. Rhythm. AI detected patterns called power trends where Rhythm's model has consistently won and has a high ROI. They're updated daily and exclusive to Rhythm, so no touts, no noise, just clean data-backed bets. You can get all of that over there at the Rhythm app, and you can get a 7-day free trial by going to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. That is RITHMM. Go check out the power trends. Go check out the models. Play around with it. It's a free trial. You're not losing anything. Just go play around with Rhythm. Try it out. It's really, really easy, and it gives you a whole bunch of other bets, player props, all that over there at Rhythm. That is Rhythm. So go check them out. RITHMM. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm for that 7-day free trial. All right, Scott, let's get into the last game. Seattle Storm on the road. Going to play Las Vegas Aces. Storm on land 2. I've never seen a 3.5. It says that it opened up at 3.5. I never saw that. I only saw 2.
Yeah.
160.5 is the total. That has been flirting around, going up to 161, coming back down, kind of flirting around right there. Asia Wilson is questionable with the concussion. I wonder if she'll be able to play today.
I'm assuming based on the line, she's more likely to play than people think because the Mercury were favored by more points. It feels like the line's coming down because there's a chance she actually does play in this game. Not saying she's going to, but there's a chance.
Is that a questionable tag on Gab? With the ankle. Still a questionable tag on her.
Yeah, I mean, she didn't come back at the end of that game against the Sparks, but they were
up big, so it's like you don't know if she could have played or not, and it's that little question of how bad was it if it really wasn't. Shout out to her for just going over her PRA prop and then going out with the ankle, by the way.
I'm also a bit upset that she left early because she was going for that double-double with steals. She had 8 steals in the game.
And I feel like that's like back-to-back games of her with unreal amount of steals.
Yeah.
Yeah, her last 3 games, 8-4-4.
I mean, I'll bet the steals prop if it's there. We're not going to get it, but I'd hope we do.
I'm still taking over PRA. I don't care. I'm playing her over PRA every single time she's in the game.
It's kind of a system play at this point because it just keeps going over.
Yes. And there's no movement on it ever. So that's how I started my card with this game.
Yeah. It's a fair way to start.
Yeah.
There's too much uncertainty because if Asia's not playing, they might get killed. If Asia plays, you still don't like this team, but they're clearly better when she's playing. And the line will flip too. So you're kind of just gambling on the injury report. Do you trust the Storm? I don't. Do I trust the Aces? I don't. I don't have much for this game. I don't want the under, potentially, but yeah, I don't really have much else. I mean, do you? There's too much uncertainty. It's the best player in the league. We don't know if she's playing or not. This team stinks anyway. You did say you wanted the Jewel revenge game though in Vegas. So
yes, and that's the part that's really making this really tough. And that's where everything else was like after we get past Gabby Williams, we have the Jewel revenge game in Vegas where I'm like Vegas plays so much better in Vegas. And so now I feel like this is where Jewel just has this unreal shooting day. Like with the home crowd behind her, she sees the green on the other side of court. She locks eyes with Noelle Quinn every time she hits a three and is running back down the court. Like this is the time so let's add that to the card. I'm on every single Jewel Lloyd prop today. I'm willing to die with the ship today. I've been really chill and not betting her and letting everything kind of figure itself out here in Vegas because it's been really, really fucked up and I hate it for her. And she's not playing how I saw Jewel Lloyd play. They're not letting her just go to work. And so she's sitting here at 11.5 points plus money. She's been over that line in her last 3 games. And now we're looking at Seattle on the other side, and we're in Vegas, where I think Vegas is going to control the tempo. The home crowd is going to be behind them. I think this is the one that Jewel Lloyd goes crazy.
Okay. I can get behind that.
You can get 20. There's a plus 920 right now for 20 points for Jewel Lloyd. I mean, I might as well.
You might as well.
She can get 20 any given night. They just got to let her. So with that being said, there is some concern that it's going to be a rough day here for Seattle. But I can't in good faith at all place a bet on the Aces right now. Like no, that's just
team,
like
we're bad at everything.
I can't at all in good faith. If anything, maybe a first half play on the Aces, but like I cannot in good faith place a bet on the Aces right now. I could only look towards Storm team total in the first half.
No, you figured going into the season, the defense we knew would not be very good, but you figured the offense would be good enough that they'd find ways to win games. The offense hasn't even been that good, and the defense still stinks. Yeah. So I'm not interested at all in this team. So it's either Storm or pass, but I'm tired of betting on the showers. So I'll go with Gabby props instead.
Yeah. I understand. I understand that there is a very real concern here in betting the Seattle Storm because they should very much run away with this. But I could 100% see them just folding this in the second half. But it is also a little bit of a revenge game. So we're 1-1 on the season series. Storm blew them out that first game, Seattle. Vegas came back, beat them on the home floor that second time, and then here we are in Vegas. Yeah, give me the showers. I'm sorry. I can't in good faith take the Aces right now. And this is basically for them to win the game. But I will admit, it is a lot more interesting if Asia says 100% she's playing today. It does make it a lot more interesting, and I may be willing to change my mind. But as of right now, I would just continue to fade the Aces defense. I like the Storm first half team total over. Let me see here. Let me pull up that Aces number because they've been really bad to the opponent's team total. Oh, well, they've gotten a little bit better in the past couple of games. It's now at 6-5. So.
Okay.
What else? Storm are 7-5 ATS this season, by the way. So, yeah, give me Seattle laying 2.
I'm gonna have to wait for Asian news, but I think it's a pass on the sides either way. I like the under in the game, but that's not all I got.
Yeah, I could see this one dying in the second half for sure.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like there's a lot of points scored, and there probably is going to be a lot of points scored. It's probably going to come close, but I could see it really falling at like 155, like just dying in the second half because nobody puts the ball in the basket when it matters.
Yeah.
All right, player props. We talked about Gabby. We talked about Jewel. Anything else here?
You want to make a case for Jackie or something, or not even?
I think Jackie, it's like the Aces are so frustrating when you don't know what's going on with them because your favorite plays are just all thrown off because, like, we're at the point where Chelsea Gray's at 4.5 assists, man. Yeah. And I don't even want to take it.
I don't blame you.
They're so frustrating. Very, very.
I got nothing else. Once again, I'm not the biggest fan of the Storm team from a betting perspective, so I'm not willing to really dive into it.
I still like Skylar.
Okay.
1 assist. Points and assists been pretty good too still. But that line's come up a little bit to 23.5. But the assists are still sitting there at 5.5. That's pretty good. Been over in 3 of her last 4 games. 6-7-6. No, 7-7-6. There we go. All right. That's it. Let's close things out. We need winners, man. Winners.
I want winners. I want people that want to win. If you remember where that's from.
No, I don't.
No? You don't remember that? It's
No.
Mike Singletary during that press conference with the Niners.
Oh.
When he cursed out Vernon Davis.
Oh, yeah.
Cannot play with him.
You know, I just saw a clip. I just saw a
clip.
clip of Vernon Davis talking about that, like, not too long ago. I want to say,
his career.
Yeah. And he was like, "Yo, I'm really
He was a
cool."
head case before that, and then he had himself, a career.
Yeah, he said, "Bro, I'm really cool with him. Like to this day, like he really changed my life. Like that's crazy. Shout out to him."
Yeah, unfortunately, he was a terrible head coach for a Hall of Fame linebacker, but he helped Vernon Davis get his career back on track.
All right, lock. Let's go with it. What's the best line I can get on the first half under for the Mystics and the Dream?
Let me see what I can help with that.
78.5, it looks like here.
Pulling it up right now, I see 79.5 at -114 on FanDuel.
FanDuel? Okay. Heading there now. So give me the first half under 79.5. And you know what? 40-40, that sounds like a lot of points for these two teams. I could see it to be like 35-29, something like that. Yeah. All right. Dog. What do I want to make my dog? I could go all in on the Jewel. Let's go all in on Jewel. Yeah, let's just go all in on Jewel today. Because I really haven't been betting Jewel. I really haven't. And I am.
You've been saving a lot of money that way.
And I've waited for this spot right here. Seattle and Vegas. I've been talking about it. I have to go all the way in on it. So I can get Jewel for plus 235 for 15 points. Shout out Ron and themoneyballer.com. Make sure you check them out. That's how I get all the first half stats. All those stats that I just rattled off for y'all, I get them at themoneyballer.com. So go check them out. That's how I'm doing it. I said it. I've been saying it. The revenge game that I really, really wanted to target for Jewel was the first game back in Vegas. The crowd behind them. And it's pretty good because Vegas has looked like shit up to this point, and this would be a very, very good statement game for them. I just need 15 fucking points, Jewel. That's it. Lock in. You're my dog. Lock in. Plus 235. That's my dog.
All right. For my lock, by the way, I was going to go with the first half under, but I'm not going to double lock it. So instead, I'm going to go with Alicia Gray. Give me the over 8.5 RA at -112. She's been a monster. She's had at least 9 RA in 8 of the last 9. She's also gone over this number in 5 straight against the Mystics. Good matchup. I think it's a good spot for Alicia. We know that she has the ball in her hands all the time as well. So I do like the matchup for give me Alicia Gray over the 8.5 RA as my lock. For the dog, am I actually going to go with the Wings? Because I'm trying to find a prop. Thought about taking the Carrington rebounds for this one, which has been, once again, worse with Paige being back in the lineup. So I might actually go for the Wings in this game. They did win in Connecticut already this season by 20-plus points. So I know that they actually can handle playing this team, even though I don't think this team's any good, obviously. Connecticut sucks. I think they're easily worse than Dallas. Dallas can actually score. That counts for something. The problem is the only number I could actually get is 7.5 at plus 150. But do I want to back Dallas to actually win by that many points? And the answer is probably not. Yeah, I know. It's not ideal. Let me just see. Wings halftime full-time is only -110. Do I trust them to win wire to wire? Absolutely not. So I can't take that either. Do I think Enrique actually has a solid game?
I'm on her. But
I know you are.
You know what you get. You know what you get. If that joint come back 2 for 10 from the field, I knew it. I knew Enrique could do that. So it
I just want to
is.
see her points quickly. I mean, she's been better lately. She's had at least 19 points in 3 of the last 4 games. And against Connecticut in the first minute of the season, she had 19. So that counts for something. I think I'll do that, actually. If I'm picking the Wings to win, it does involve her playing well, obviously. So I'll go with the Enrique over 17.5 points with the Wings money line. And that pays out a plus 141.
All right. I like it. Underdog fantasy.
Can't believe I'm backing Enrique on this damn card. But whatever. It's the matchup you look for.
Hopefully Gino's at the game again. Let's see. All right. What do we want to do for underdog?
Do you want to go back to Alicia Gray ERA?
We can. I don't want to recycle. I don't want to recycle all the same picks though.
No,
so
I'm not going to give out one play.
I'm not going to give out Jewel again.
Yeah.
So all right, our 8.5 RA higher. We can go Brittany Sykes. Feel good about it. I definitely don't have an issue taking Sykes any given day. That's at higher 18.5 points. Or we can go to points and assists in case she gets her teammates going too. That's at where's the point? 22.5. We can Brandon Mabry. I'm cool going that. I'm cool going Tina Charles as well. Rebounds are at 6.5, and it's a little bit of plus money there.
I mean, it is a very low number for somebody who's going to be standing in the paint the entire time.
Yeah, I think that. And everybody took her points. Rebounds might be the way to go. Rebounds might be a way to go today. Yeah, let's take Tina's rebounds. So rebounds at 6.5 higher. Tina Charles. All right, one more play.
Do you want to go Jewel?
No.
Okay. Just asking.
I wish I had more update.
Did you want to go Gabby? Do you want to go Enrique? Gabby? Gabby we have to go with. It's an unwritten rule.
I just want to make sure like the injury is nothing.
I see updated news, by the way. Griner downgraded to questionable for this matchup.
That's not good.
So it's good for Bree Jones.
Okay. I think it was just that little tweak because it was the landing space thing. Yeah. I don't really think
I think the answer is always Gabby, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't think she's really I don't think that should affect her. Okay, so we're just gonna go with Gabby again. Cool.
Yep.
All right. 21.5 PRA. Jesus, they're not moving this line.
No, keeps going over. I appreciate it.
Yes. I am very, 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 very happy for this. I'm not going to, you know what? Because they gave us Game 7, I'm going to wait because I know we're going to do a Game 7 pod with Sean and Ryan. I won't use the 100% here. 6.72x. Tina Charles higher, 6.5 rebounds. Alicia Gray higher, 8.5 rebounds and assists. Gabby Williams higher, 21.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Add that in Underdog. $100 gets you $672. Make sure you use that promo code NBA SGPN. Get your special pick and first time deposit offer. Feels good. I'm ready to lock that one in. That feels good. All right, Scott. I did start The Sopranos last night. One episode in.
How's that going for you?
Very interesting. Very interesting. I'm surprised he's telling his therapist all of this.
And you got a confidentiality and whatever.
But she deliberately said, if you tell me about a murder, I have to go tell the police, technically.
Yeah, they kind of gloss over that.
And he immediately proceeds to tell her about a murder. And I think that's he immediately proceeded to tell her about a murder right after that. All right. Anything else for people before we get up out of here?
Not really. NBA show's coming out later, actually. Lonte and I are going to be doing the NBA show at around 4 because you said you didn't want to do it, so we're going to be doing it at 4. Besides that, got the Mothership show tonight. So if you want to check out us together for the NBA. What, for the Mothership?
Yeah.
yeah, Sean messaged us last night. Are you good? And I'm like, yeah, I'm in.
Oh,
So
shit. Yeah, I'm good, guys. I'm good.
yeah, they don't watch the show.
They don't. Sorry.
So there you go. But yeah, we'll be back later for the Mothership show.
Oh, dear
for the
God.
NBA.
That was late last night, too. I did not see this at all. Okay. Yep. I'm good. Here we go. There's me responding.
Yeah. So point is, we got basketball, final game no matter what of the NBA season. W's still, chugging along. So if you want some basketball thoughts, check out the W.
Yep. I'm about to go on a heater. Today starts the heater. We're going to get it's going to be a big Jewel Lloyd and Enrique day. And that's going to pay for, what does that pay out? Whoa. I didn't drop a parlay either, so might as well just go ahead and make that it. What does that pay out if Enrique and their lines are so low? I'm not even asking for a lot. So Enrique, 25. 25 might be a lot. I might move that back down to 20.
20?
It didn't look right when I saw the number. I'm not going to lie. And all right. Jewel, 15 plus 225. So 25 for Enrique and 15 for Jewel is 17-1, basically. If I move Enrique down to 20, hold on. Whoa. Plus 663.
Okay.
That really doesn't feel like I'm asking for a lot. 20 points from Enrique and 15 for Jewel. That doesn't feel like I'm asking for a lot at all.
It's not.
All right. Gosh, very, very volatile players that I'm choosing to make parlay today, but there we go.
It's also low numbers, though. So
it is. It is. Hopefully, just give me one good one, and I promise you, I'm done. I promise. Mm-hmm. One more drink, and I promise I'm done. All right. He's at Reichel Radio. I'm at really __. Make sure you give us a follow on X. Give WNBA Gambling Podcast a like on YouTube. If you're over there on X, head over to YouTube really for 2 seconds. It's really quick. Just drop a like and drop a comment. Help us out. All of that. Grow the show. Grow the brand. Hopefully we get the chat jumping more. The chat was jumping today. Everybody was in the chat straight conversing today. So, all right. With that, did they have lines for Mercury and Sky tomorrow? Do you see that? They do. Not. Oh, they do. Oh, well. You want to talk about that real quick?
Not really, but we're over an hour.
Yeah, we're over. We'll come back to that. We'll come back. We'll do another one for that one. We'll do another one. Yeah, we'll do another one. There's 2 games. I didn't realize they just did that when we were just on the stream. Like, we'll come back to that. We'll hop back on for that. All right. With that, nothing else to say, nothing else to do. No other way of ending the podcast, just ending like this. We are out of here.